Всем привет, с вами я, Роман, и все такое. Я, конечно, последний раз видео немножечко был занят, я хотел пройти театр, чтобы получить одну вещь на старом персике, но сначала мы должны найти вход, а то я постоянно забываю, где этот вход. И начнем сюжетку. А то я просто из здания вышел для некоторых моментов, других моментов. Для прокачки. Я как раз эти меч Дюлика прокачал до 90 левела. Она что-то нам говорит про механические, про механизмы. Смотрите, вот что хотел бы Кея. Вот что в этом мечтаю. Для Кеи вот это видео не давайте. А то расстроится, потому что мы ему показали механическую лошадь. Все, короче. Пошли дальше. Вот, как всегда, заблудился в надкрае. Ладно. Все. Я уже всю карту изучил сверху донизу. Но сейчас будем изучать еще сильнее. И ждем самый долгий прогрузки, который есть в этой игре. Все, мы должны дойти до отсюда, и у нас начнется план Б.
This is a thorough plan, but I do have one last question before we take action. How can we be sure that our enemy won't leave the designated area?
Great question. Albedo's been hard at work analyzing Reririom and the Wild Hunt's behavioral patterns. His conclusions are as follows. Firstly, from the earliest known confrontation until now, Reririom has never displayed any ability to manipulate the dimension of space. So it's unlikely he has any power in that domain. Secondly, he seems to have a particularly strong vendetta against our group. If we put him in a fight-or-flight situation, he'll choose to fight every time. Thirdly, finally, and most importantly, he is consumed by hatred, both for the moon and for his enemies. Turns out, we tick both of those boxes. We have a reincarnated moon in our ranks, and a spy who accessed his private memories without permission. He'll be baying for blood, not looking to escape.
As someone who's had their fair share of interactions with the Wild Hunt, those all seem like valid observations to me.
Understood. Then I will defer to the verdict of the group.
Well, everyone, that's the plan in full detail. Albedo and Durin are carrying—
Plan approved. Scheduling.
Okay, any firepower you need, I got you covered. Let's light this baby up.
The Frost Moon Scions are behind you as well.
And the rest of you? No objections? All right, then it's settled. This is the plan we're going with. Next up, an old tradition of mine. Anyone who wants to back out, now's your chance.
Wait, we can still back out of this?
Everyone says things they regret, right? I don't want anyone feeling trapped because their mouth said yes before their brain had time to think.
A very people-first approach. I hear that's common practice in the Knights of Favonius.
Heh. Who'd you hear it from? D-Luke?
Shh. We don't use people's real names at work. This contact will be known only as Owl, please and thank you.
This plan can only work if everyone does their part. Flint's and I will absolutely support it.
We shall indeed. Also, you are the last person I expected to see here, Miss Dory.
It's not often I get called Dory in a work context. My peers usually call me Lord Sangamabe. So, the longer your name, the higher your net worth. Is that the idea here? In that case, Mr. Flint's here must be worth a fortune. That's right, I know.
The walls are thin here. I'd appreciate you keeping that a secret.
Okay, fine. I'm actually only here as a favor for someone else. Do you have any idea how much it would cost to hire me otherwise? Oh! Does this mean someone out there actually has the power? It most certainly does not. We have a long-standing and mutually beneficial business partnership. She's actually the mom of a friend of yours. Said mom supplied me with a great little trinket, but now that lady's ruined everything. If I don't start building a little goodwill now, my whole business in Nabiraj is gonna go down the drain!
Okay. So what exactly is so special about this pendant?
It's a lucky charm that a great mage made for me. We have a business relationship, and she was worried that something bad might happen to me. So, she wanted me to have something that can store power to protect myself with. I finally got it all fully charged up with Kuvaki, and then never went and used it all up at once! Never lost so big in my life!
You're right. It was all my fault. I didn't mean to drain all the Kuvaki in the pendant, but I'll make it up to you.
You will? Well, in that case, how about you give me...
I knew you'd say that. Well, it's yours if you want it. In fact, take it now.
You're putting me in a difficult position here.
It's a very useful thing to have around, but I have a funny feeling it won't be around much longer. I guess we'll see in a couple of days.
Looks like bankruptcy for me.
Hey, don't be so pessimistic. See this through and you never know. You might find a new business opportunity on the other side.
Так, что тут у нас? Итак, план соглашения, после которого вы обсуждаете и бла-бла-бла, вы с Паймоном решили, как провести подготовку. Предупреждаю, под конец видео, где уже сюжетка прошла, у меня будет одна ошибочка под разговором с Коломбиной. Ой, с Коломбиной какой? Да, с марионеткой, да. У нас будет немножко оборвано, потому что видео не записалось, да еще были некоторые проблемчики при записи. И часть не сохранилась, и разговор тут не окончательный. Но нам приходится идти, отыскать Дори. Понятно, ну легко просто. Начинается разговор.
Dory, how are things going? Feeling ready? Oh, I was born ready. We only have 2 days. You think Lord Sangamabe would let an opportunity like this slip by? Don't forget, when something's in high demand, the people with the goods on hand get to charge the highest price of all. Even, ta-da! See? It's right here. Ah, it's so pretty. Did you make it? No, I have a supplier. We go way back. So? Aha! No wonder you were talking about lucky charms at the meeting. You've been getting Kave to make them for you. That's not the full story. It actually started a while back as a project between me and the Dendro Archon. Mage Alice once warned me that this world won't stay safe forever. There may come a day when everyone faces a great crisis. I passed this on to the Dendro Archon, and she secretly brought together a research team made up of Sumeru's top scholars to invent a technology that could keep people safe. I won't go into the details because it's all very complicated, but if you want to know more, you can ask the Dendro Archon about it sometime. Anyway, point being, it was the Dendro Archon who asked Kave to build this little contraption. As one of the top Kasharu War talents, he was the obvious choice. Took him long enough. He stressed over it for ages. Must have gone through at least a dozen designs before producing a final product. But that's Kave for you. Marak delivered it to me a couple of days ago, along with a letter from Kave. Could I ask why I'm sending this technology to you? And what's your proposed use case? Has it been approved by the relevant authorities? So nosy. My fault for sending him the research permit to begin with.
Surely, Nahida must have told him you were involved in this project. He was probably just nervous because you're always so secretive about your business.
Could be, could be. Anyway, I just replied, let's hope there never has to be a use case. Because it would involve grave...
Fair enough. But it sounds like he was just being cautious. He probably felt responsible as the one who made it.
Or maybe he was asking as a favor for his housemate. He's done that before. Not sure why, though. His housemate doesn't seem to really care that much about this kind of Either way, all's well that ends well. I'm just glad to finally have my hands on the product. Huh? What does that look mean?
Paimon's just super surprised. This must be the first.
Well, a long time ago, I made a promise to myself. I promised that I was gonna live every day of my life with a big beaming smile. Obviously, Mora plays a big part. There are always gonna be times in life when you have to give something back. That could mean paying back a debt, returning a favor, or showing some kindness. Alice has been a huge help to me over the years. She was the first investor I ever had. And I want my investors to know that Lord Sangama Bay is the best, and more than that. No one knows what the future will bring. Whatever happens... Oh, that? I was just making sure Nefer and I are square. Don't be thinking it was some sort of benevolent act. I'm no saint, so don't treat me like something I'm not. My priority is doing the business that I want to do. So long as my conscience lets me, but it usually does. That's the Lord Sangama Bay business model.
All right, if you say so.
I do say so, and that's the whole point. I'm a businesswoman. Don't go trying to figure out what kind of person I am. You'll exhaust yourself. Oh, and could you two help?
Так, поговорили мы с Зори и телепортируемся там, где у нас есть ГГ, Альберта и, конечно же, наш любимый Дурин. Жду игрового Дурина в следующем патче. Конечно же, нам, как всегда, надо дойти до них. Кириллом Чудомировичем. Кирилл исчез. Ребята, тут Кирилл исчез. Вместо него ГГ пришел.
Traveler, Paimon, it's good to see you.
Everything going smoothly over here?
Sort of. As you're probably aware, Varka, Diren, and I captured some abyssal creatures from the Wild Hunt. Per the plan, we dissected and analyzed some samples of these creatures.
What? You can actually dissect the wild...
That depends on your definition of Wild Hunt and dissection. Harmless, lifeless. These words are accurate descriptions. The Wild Hunt is an interesting phenomenon. In and of itself, it doesn't seem to possess anything akin to a human personality. But taken as a collective, the medium through which the Wild Hunt is summoned does appear to have a soul. Master griped a lot about the wise Horoptetyr, and seemed somewhat fascinated with the Faust Certology. But she barely mentioned Rerrir at all. I don't think that was because of his lower social standing, though. Anyway, it's a pity. I should like to hear her thoughts on the nature of the life form he has become today. It's a strange mix. The furious energy of an abyssal being channeled through a fractured physical existence. A consequence of being torn apart by an unknown power. Perhaps the only explanation for his survival in this state is that he sacrificed a degree of individuality in exchange for a continued existence. Oh, sorry. Once I get talking about interesting research, I have a tendency to go on indefinitely. Back to our research findings. Essentially, they confirm my hypothesis. Rerir's corpse is completely contaminated by the Abyss. You could think of this as Reririom in mutated form. But in my view, even that would be inaccurate. In reality, his whole being has been consumed by the abyss. In other words, unfortunately, at present, we have no means of completely eradicating abyssal power. Hence, we cannot fundamentally destroy the ray here of...
Oh, that's terrible news! So, that's it? We can't defeat him? Not even if we get the power of the three moons?
Miss Columbina's situation is a difficult one. She can never achieve wholeness when the world does not accept her presence. It's as if her creator banished her to a place she can never be accepted. It means she spends most of her energy just on her own survival.
Given the circumstances, it's only natural to despair. But we must see this plan through to the end. Time to kick off the backup plan.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot! This is for you. Dory asked...
Ah, how wonderful. Well, thank you for making the trip. Durin and I will be heading off.
I'm sorry I won't be there to protect you in person this time. Please be careful.
All right then. Stay safe.
Поговорить, как называется, как победить Рериром, и тэпаемся, где у нас Варка с Лаумой что-то делают. Короче, самый смешной момент, как мне кажется, это момент исчезновения Кирилла и появления ГГ. Это самый прикольный момент, по-моему, я сам даже не заметил. Вот мы пришли, вот тут кучу разных народов, много. О, разговор начался. Так. Камера приближается, и будем смотреть, как они разговаривают.
Yes. The fate of my flock is in your hands, Grandmaster Varka. Please keep them safe.
My lady.
Within the next 24 hours, we will face the biggest crisis the world has ever seen. This is not a burden that we deserve to bear, but I believe that we reap what we sow in this life. So I intend to act. I must do what I think is right. For me, that means fighting for the future of Nodcry. This gentleman is the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, Varka, Knight of Boreas.
Hey everyone! Guess I should introduce myself. Well, to start with, I know my way around a battlefield. Biggest strengths are honesty and hard-workingness. Anyway, point is, I don't intend to let Lauma down. I'm gonna do everything in my power to keep every last one of you...
Варка их будет защищать. А теперь тэпаемся там, где у нас то ли ГГ, но по моему мнению, я скажу вам, это когда-нибудь Слейв с Колумбиной будут говорить. И как всегда, нам нужно дойти своим Кириллом чудо-верующим сюда. Не просто, ладно. И мы будем там, по сути, по сюжету подслушивать разговор.
Something on your mind?
Miss Columbina, was it? I believe that's how the others addressed you.
That's right. Names are funny things. Have you always been called Dainslev?
Yes. I take it your own name has a more complicated history.
I have a different relationship with names than other people. To be honest, I'm not even sure that Columbina is my name. At least, not in the same way that Dainslev, but it's what everyone calls me, and I go along with it. A lot of my life has been that way. I get so used to things that I forget to question why they are so. I never used to think much about where names come from, or what they mean to people. Maybe something's wrong with me.
You're different from other people. I sensed it the first time we met.
You're more perceptive than most. I'm sure your long life and rich range of experience. Do you ever find yourself missing Conria, Mr. Dainsleif?
Difficult to answer. I have dreamed of the past many, many times. Sometimes I'm fighting tooth and nail. Other times I'm lying. I don't recall any happy moments from that time. It has been too long.
Is that because hatred survives longer than love and affection?
That would not be for me to say. I make no excuses for the grudges I bear. But whatever the reason, I remember little that was beautiful or sentimental. Thank you for your help with the Reririom situation. Without your efforts, I never could have learned the hidden truth of his story.
You're welcome.
Friend, he betrayed me. And I never really understood what he was going through in life.
Okay. So, do you plan to fight him with us? You see, you're torn. Now you know what really happened. You see the things he's done in a new light.
I need some time.
Of course. I completely Actually, I went through something similar myself recently. Something happened that changed my perspective on a situation. A situation I took for granted at the time, but...
You mean the Harbingers who still support you, even though you've left the Fatui?
Yes. I always thought they were only helping me because Harbingers are forced to work together. But then I abandoned them. A warrant was even put out for my arrest. And even now, they still support me. Which means I was wrong about them all along.
Clearly, they view you as a friend.
I feel a little guilty now. I regret not seeing her help for what it was, and not treasuring it. I see the guilt that you're feeling now, because I feel it too. Hopefully, talking about it will do us both some good. Have you noticed that the Traveler and Paimon are over there?
Huh. Shall we say hello?
Sure. Hello.
Ah! They caught us!
I apologize for making you worry. No doubt you wish to know where I stand on the plan to take down the Reririom of Solnari. I'm afraid I need a little time.
You will? Oh, thank you so much! Everyone will be...
They needn't be. This was something that I was going to have to face up to eventually.
That doesn't matter to them. They're grateful to you regardless. You can't control their gratitude, so just accept it. And then, have a think about whether you're willing to join.
Так, осталось только одно. Дождаться, когда начнется наша битва. Скоро все соберутся. Мы должны прийти.
It's nearly showtime.
Доходим, нам
Let's go
Паймон
rendezvous
что-то
with the
говорит,
others.
а
You know
нам
the place.
пофиг. Мы должны дойти. О, там кто-то есть. Кто это? Не могу разглядеть. Что? Кирилл идет к Кириллу? Ладно, сука, при Кириллу переборщил. Но то, что к нам... Ну, типа прикол. Кирилл идет к Кириллу, ребята. Прикол такой. Кирилл подошел к Кириллу. Причем одинаковые Кириллы. Шутка Кирилла зашла чересчур сильно.
Ah, you're earlier than I expected.
Hey, Flint's! Been waiting here long?
Not too long. I came a little early so I'd have some time to think.
Are you nervous about the battle?
Quite the opposite. I'm reminiscing on my past battles. When I was awakened by the Ratniki, I had not touched a weapon in many years. I felt like the battlefield was not where I belonged. But after waging war against the Wild Hunt for so long, I came to realize something.
My restless flame indicates that somewhere inside of me, there is a deep yearning to root out the evil in this world.
Oh, that doesn't sound like such a bad thing.
Well, in the past, when I was a fae whose primary concern was hibernation, it was hardly ideal. But it certainly serves me well here in the present. And I am delighted to be able to join forces with you in this endeavor.
Looks like I'm not the first to arrive.
Ah, Miss Lauma.
Did you sleep okay last night?
I struggled to settle down at first. Please.
Never! Over here!
Aino asked me to relay a message. She said Anefa will be on high. Meanwhile, Aino herself will.
Excellent. My thanks to all in.
The chest that's looking.
It won't hold him much longer. We should be.
No sense sitting around waiting. Let's make the first move while we.
I agree. Paimon, find a safe hiding place.
Got it! Be careful, traveler!
I will.
Everyone, take your positions as every ounce of strength.
Ready?
Let's go.
I've seen all your futile ploys before. You have become the authors of your own
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
You are merely a moment of sport before I tear down the moon.
Так, и битва скоро начнется. Вот эта загрузка, ребят. Там Флинс, Нефер, Лаума и Гидра ГГ наш. Сейчас мы посмотрим, что там. А по центру сам же великий могучий, один из 5 грешников, Рерир, или же лунный мститель, или лунный охотник. Мне нравится, когда его называют лунным охотником. Так, вот, мы почему ХП у меня мало, у меня же был другой Гидра ГГ. Сама могла прийти, но не помочь. Где Нефер была, Нефер была бы ну Нефер, а сама там Нефа. С Нефером мы можем Лаумой чудо-миручем. Это не мой Кирилл, моего Кирилла не 90-й сок левел, а вообще-то 80-й. Но это не надо, еще персов на сражении против самого Рерира. Ждем прогрузки, когда наконец-то запомнится у каждого. Вот это, как сказать, ихняя ульта. Надо Рерира отфигачить большим количеством уронов от ульты. 2 ульты запущены. Осталось ГГ. Блин, то что он телепортируется очень трудно. С Гидрой ГГ. Ладно, по сюжету на самом деле мы сражаемся с Гидрой ГГ. То есть не с Пиром, который в начале игры был. То есть по сюжету из анимации. Тут Гидра ГГ, потому что ГГшки нужно помогать 2 дендроперсам. То есть не знаю, что кто играет, тут знает, что нужно дендроперсов. Слишком сильный. Слишком сильно атакует. Но видно не получал ли от моего любимого Кирилла. Ему, видно, недостаточно было. Запустил свое. Все начало луны с луны, что-то там сильно. Следуйте ему. Все. Тут я пытаюсь догадываться, как все это работает. И, конечно же, догадался. Спустя 10 000 лет я его нашел. Вот он, Рерир, спрятался. Спрятался, называется, подлец. Спрятался. Только трусы атакует с невидимым атаками. А значит, Рериром просто трус, который не хочет появляться. Ладно. ХП надо заполнить. ХП. У меня хилы мало. Но Рериром достойный соперник. Достойнее, чем, думаю, сама эта Элегия, когда я сам задание легенд делал. Странно, вот сам этот фонарь Флинс нужен, а Флинс не нужен. Нам, чтобы его найти, нужно использовать луну. Такой вопрос. Почему? То есть нам, по сути, Флинс не нужен. Так, надо по хпшиться, а то мой Флинс быстрее сдох. Где он там? Вот он. Так, все. Сейчас запустим ульту Флинса. Ульту ГГ. Ульту Нефи. А потом мы просто будем добивать. Уже почти половина хп от меня самого Рериром. Рериром просто после такого, как и моего Флинса, еще бедный давал. Посмотрите, насколько накачан у нас Флинс. Он там каждого выдали, ну кроме люка. У меня люк C6 гидро ГГ, а мне мой Флинс с C3 там выдалось. Потом узнаете. Да, я сейчас посмотрю на то, что у нас есть. Еще меч дали современный. Как раз таки не нужен для гидр стихии. Ну, если по сути самого ГГшки хотели придумать на физурон, по сути. Представляю, каким ГГ будет, если найдет свою ульту, то есть его легендарный меч. У него будет физурон. По сути, ГГ будет, что ли, физ персом, то есть так. Ладно. Рериром достаточно сильный перс, достаточно могущественный, достаточно сильный противник для меня. Был бы мой гидро ГГ, он бы побольше урона ему отфигачил. Ну, посмотрим. Ему дали меч прототип, вот такие арты, которые от боссов, вот то самое C6. Я по-другому прокачан, ну да ладно. Нефер. Ее ульта, вот такие C3. Таланты, как прокачаны. Лаума. Ее ульта. Арты, как всегда, C3. Навыки. Флинс. Его ульта. Арты под него. C3. И сам перс. У меня Флинс, вы заметили, Флинс всегда шутка меня. Вы заметили то, что Флинс был рядом с Флинсом Кириллом Чудомировичем. Шутка про Флинса называется. Больше ульты. Надо ему больше ульты с большим уроном. Чем больше урона, чем больше Рериром. Посмотрите, весь урон на себя принял. Уже половину хп. Ну, против грешника это жестко. Мы все понимаем, насколько ты силен, Рериром. Но уже меньше, все становится все меньше. Видно, что ты не справишься против меня. Или нет. Эх, победите лунного мстителя Рериром. Вызвал свое копье, называется. Все, теперь отрезано. Теперь мы с Нефер будем сражаться против Рериром. Посмотрите, как он всех разносит себе своим гигантским копьем под метр 2-3 100%. Выше него он где-то метров, а это копье где-то метр по 2-3 примерно. Ну 100% метр и 50 сантиметров в длину. Слишком он длинный для своего копья. Ему было бы дать меч какой-нибудь. Ладно, шучу. Шутки про Рериром пошли. Так, будем дальше сражаться. Этот Рериром в этом режиме вообще чисто бронированный какой-то. Ему чисто пофиг на урон. Посмотрите, он даже не подыхает. Он чисто пофиг на урон, который ему наношу. Он хилится быстрее, чем все остальные, как мне кажется. Он просто немножко офигел. Он тут офигел просто. Он просто офигел, Как очень быстро меня ульта восстанавливается. Самое прикольное. Чем чаще больше ульты. О, все, наконец-то. КП начали с него сползать. Видно, что Рериром не бессмертен. Или бессмертен. Он все равно будет грешником, которого нельзя победить. Потому что он, по сути, сама часть бездны в физической форме. Даже не вся его сила. Он просто на кусочки разорвался, а потом останавливается по этим кускам. Ну чисто много урона нужно, надо настолько много урона отвлекать, чтобы дальше не втыкал. Он опять пропал. Что за магию ты колдунишь, ты колдун? Колдун. То самое некоторые думают, что, блин, делать. А как я додумался, дошел и понял. ХПшится. Его хуйвяки ищут. Всё, ульты есть. Нифига себе. Мега-ультра взрыв, который выжил ГГ. Даже вы такой вряд ли в реальной жизни вы не выдержите. Это минус взрыв с ранением ядерным ГГ. А еще я должен его победить. Рериром, вот это самый сильнейший босс, который вы будете знать. Если он станет игровым боссом, то, думаю, даже профессионал с 100-м левелом никогда его не победит. Потому что это чисто теоретически невозможно. Потому что такой Рериром будет чересчур перекачанный, не просто перекачанный, чересчур мощный, силен, вообще непобедимый. По сути, невозможно уничтожить. Его только в игре можно побить. Только в сюжете его можно побить. Только в сюжете можно его победить. Сколько ему надо урона, чтобы он наконец-то проиграл. А вот не сколько, надо офигеть, насколько мы должны быть прокачаны, чтобы ему офигительный урон, хоть имея прокачанную данную от разработчика Нефер со своей C3 и много другой прокачки. Даже так она недостаточно сильна против Рериром. Даже прокачанный C6 гидробили. Гидробили, которые я прокачал гораздо сильнее. Из-за того, что удали так себе арты. Это полное вообще. И самое главное, то что гидробили. Самое главное, не промахнуться. Где Рериром? Рериром опять запустил свою силу, где нужно забрать всю последнюю энергию хуяки. Все, мы должны его запечатали Рериром. Рериром почти пойман, но не фартануло. Рериром дал опять ядерный удар. Нам не сработало, нам вообще не сработало. Единственный способ победить но это взять у него способность. Это значит, что Колумбине придется исчезнуть, а вы тем временем придете на основу Нойдер. Ваша задача держаться и придумывать, как вызвать на себя всю его мощную атаку. Да, читаем. Короче, самое главное, это сделать так, что он воспользуется всей своей мощью, которую имеет наш лунный мститель. Он говорит, мы слабаки, все, мы подохнем, и многое другое. А мы говорим, мы выживем, мы тебя победим, и бла-бла-бла. Осталось еще немножко. И как видно, Рериром такой, все, вам все равно не выжить против него, против... И бла-бла-бла, да. Жестко. Рериром конкретно сейчас воспользуюсь все свои силы. Да и начнется полный конец этой истории, называется. Ты не сможешь бороться с судьбой Рериром. Ха, правда? Значит, теперь ваша очередь почувствовать страх. Все, Джеки будет, будет уничтожено. Все. Сейчас он начнет свою супер мега ультовую атаку. И кто кем-то стал. Мучает его, она мучает его через воспоминания. Посмотрим, кто-то здесь это что-то там. И сейчас он попадет под ту самую ловушку. Он такой: не может быть, только один человек так сможет. И он понял, кто это. А я думаю, помолчу. Потому что он говорит. Будем смотреть, что будет дальше. Что будет дальше.
His power is on another level. We'll need to use an alchemical array to convert his power into a usable form. Then quickly channel it into Columbina, rendering her powerful enough to compete with him.
I'll join you. I can help. If I release enough abyssal energy into a confined space, it'll create a potential difference, allowing us to extract a huge amount of elemental energy. Next, I'll synchronize with everyone's minds using pyro, then give you temporary access to their abilities and fields of view. But it won't last long. Can you see?
Well enough.
So, we have a student of Gold Rheindotter in our midst.
How about that?
You use my own power against me?
Just like how you stole Kuvaki. Look familiar?
Don't you realize? You don't have the power to hold that gate open.
I don't, but someone else does.
Goodbye.
Счастливого путешествия в Казахстан!
We won.
Очень, ребята, поздравляем. Рерира отправили в Казахстан. Теперь все, Рерира нет. Что дальше? Что будет дальше? Это начало или конец? Кто знает. И ждем прогрузки.
Nefer, how are your eyes?
They're fine. Apart from the blindness, of course.
It's not too late.
Let me handle it. Miss Nefer, it's not like you to lose your composure. That was the...
Reckless how? The situation was critical. Our lives were at stake. We had to do something.
Even so. Okay. In business terms, I suppose that's a huge return.
I'd be hard-pressed to argue.
Still, I don't like this outcome. And I don't want you to... People suffer when they make sacrifices they shouldn't have to make. Whether that means fate. I had hoped you could win.
Thank you. Really.
All done. Don't try and open your eyes just yet. We'll see how you're doing in a couple of days. Until then, please follow your... I'll send full details through Yehoda. For now, just get yourself home, relax. My dear friends, we have fought bravely and achieved a spectacular victory. A dark cloud has been lifted from the skies of Nodcry. All in this land will be grateful for what you have...
The moon will remember this day. Thank you both. There's something I want to let you know.
What is it?
When Durin connected everyone's minds so I could access their powers, I also felt everything they felt. And since Nefer's eyes were injured, my eyes are hurting now too.
Huh. Hold on.
I only feel the pain. There's no actual damage. I just...
You're right. There's no damage. That's a relief. But I must say, I'm surprised to hear the Kutar share something like this with me. In the past, you never used to open up about...
Things are a little different now from how they were. I'm learning to share how I truly feel with my friends.
Friends? You have no idea how...
Так, услышав слово «друзья», вы неловко улыбнулись и чувствуете, как в груди развивается мягкое тепло. Один за другим товарищи порядок долго, что на их стороне под контролем и бла-бла-бла. 3 точки. Ждем прогрузки.
How are you feeling? Any aches and pains? Did you sleep well?
I'm doing all right, Paimon. No need to worry about me.
Phew! Well, that's good. Paimon's been sitting on the edge of the bed worrying about you for ages. You slept a whole day and night. Poor Paimon had to eat...
Glad to hear you didn't starve. How was the food?
Well, it wasn't the same without you there to share... Honestly, Paimon just can't relax when you're not your usual self.
Well, I'm back to normal now.
Oh yeah, and Albedo swung by earlier. He said to tell you to head to the tavern when you woke up. Varker and the others are organizing a victory feast and they want to celebrate with you. He also dropped off some medical supplies, but you seem fit as a fiddle, so guess you won't be needing those. If you're feeling up to it, let's head over now. Wouldn't want to keep them...
Как поговорили папа, будем идти в такой походке, но сначала заберем ачивочку. А что еще такого? Ачивочку надо забрать, а сюжет уже закончилась. Как закончилась? Она скоро закончится. Скоро. Ждем. Ждем, когда я так эффектно флинсы буду так ходить, вас мучить, продолжать так мучить. Самое смешное видео, которое вы видели под конец, где Рериром отправляет. Я поставил звук, где его отправляли в Казахстан. О, началось.
Traveler and Paimon! Perfect timing! We were literally just saying how there's no way we're holding this victory.
How are you feeling today?
Much better. Thanks.
Relieved to hear it. If that changes, just let me know. Happy to check you over at any time.
Yep, we're here for you. Anything you need, just let us know.
Oh wait, where's Nefer?
How are her eyes doing?
Nefer's right over there. I'm sure she'd love to catch up with you.
Короче, идем к Нефер и бла-бла-бла. Ну, озвучить, думаю, не надо. Все, говорим с Нефертити. Шуточки шутками.
Traveler, Paimon, are you recovering well? Turns out that moon chanter has some real talent after all. My eyes were mostly recovered after just a couple days rest. I can actually open them again now.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful. Lauma says not to strain your eye.
Yes, thank you. I'm well aware.
Yehuda, could I borrow you for a moment?
Oh, did you hear that? I gotta go help Lauma for a second. You guys chat among yourselves.
You bet. Make it act.
Sure thing.
The Raker of Solnari. Kind of a snake, don't you think? No, definitely a snake. A poisonous one who spewed his venomous hatred everywhere. Anyone who seeks revenge out of hatred for other people has become a snake. That's something my dad used to say. Perhaps. I'm sure it sounds like a very wise and open-hearted perspective to your ears. But me? I think hatred is a perfectly What else is left when everything you depended on in life gets stripped away? Something's gotta fuel that drive to keep on living. If you're worried about me, you can nip that in the bud. I'm not someone who gets stuck in the past. It's just... I suddenly feel like I was wrong to call my father a liar. He was just a fool. That's why the academia turned their back on him. And why the other tribes gang... Oh, father. How much better things could have been if you were a skilled liar. Look at the Ibis King. Thoth is a fiendishly cunning liar. And yet, strangely, he feels more like a father to me than my real dad ever was. He's never brought it up, but I'd bet he feels the same way. Why else would he give me the power to perceive the truth, while at the same time training me in the art of deception? Well, King Deshret banished him to Aru, which is essentially a prison, and posed 3 questions to him. He promised that he'd have his freedom if he could find the answers. His response was to take on a physical form and approach me, hoping that I could become his envoy and search for one of the answers on his behalf. Did he really think I'd fall for that? He's stuck there. He can't make me return what he gave to me. So that's enough for you to decide he's nice, is it? He's a prisoner, and he was scared. So he decided to perform some good deeds to win people's approval. He lives in fear because he's a deceiver. How is Rerrir any different? You can't work as a spy your whole life and expect a happy ending. It's preposterous. Yet I can't say I don't understand it. Liars live in the darkness of their own making, but it's still human nature to want to go on living. They say that a liar's soul is the most worthless thing in the world. What do you think? Good. If you understand that, it means you're smart. And you see things. If you ask me, the soul of a liar really is worth nothing. For example, when something good falls into my lap, I don't go sharing the news around. Stops other people trying to steal it from me. So be it. They have sharp ears. I can't keep anything from them. Oh, is that what it looks like? Well, you all know my past now, and I can't simply eliminate everyone who knows too much. So I guess when you find yourself in a situation you can't control, the safest play is to keep calm and start monitoring everyone involved like a hawk. In the intelligence world, you need to have... If you understand what's at stake, please ensure my secret is safe with you. I trust you'll respect my wishes as a friend. But don't forget, very good.
Oh, wait! Now that the panic's over and we've all calmed down, Paimon suddenly after all that build-up, our mystery ally never showed up even once.
Элегия, угасшей из лунного света, закончилась.
Huh? Am I imagining things?
So, that close colleague who stayed behind with you? What's he been up to recently?
Don't know, don't care. I get more normal human interaction from hanging out with Bosco too than him. Although, now you mention it, he hasn't bothered me in a while. I wonder if...
If he's disappeared without a trace, it's the biggest gift he ever gave to the world. But I somehow doubt that's what's going on. He won't lie low forever. So we'd better stay on guard.
Так, сначала надо найти обоих. Идем к арке, Дурину и остальную. А я помолчу.
How have you been holding up? Any adverse reactions? If you start to take a turn for the worse, make sure you tell me right away.
You don't need to worry about me, Grandmaster. I'm fine. I mean, I barely did anything, so...
What?
You played an indispensable role in the battle for Nodcry. We can't thank you enough for your support. Sometimes, when people praise you, it's because you deserve it. The best...
Let's do a quick demonstration. Albedo, that was an incredible feat of alchemy! The pressure was on, but you worked flawlessly at lightning speed to get the job done.
Thank you. I can't take all the credit, though. Durin played a big part in forming the alchemical array.
See? Did you catch that? A masterclass in how to take a compliment.
Okay, yeah. I did work pretty hard to help prepare for the battle. No point denying that.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, look who's bounced back! Looking good, Traveler!
Seems like you've recovered. You won't need to take any more medication.
Can I get you a drink?
Huh? You know how to order at a bar now?
Handling a drinks order is ridiculously simple compared to alchemy. Don't worry, I'll blend into society yet.
Paimon believes it! You're clearly a fast learner, just like your brother! To be totally honest though, Paimon didn't quite follow all the details when you first explained the plan to us.
Don't worry, that's completely
To put it in the simplest terms, we saw how our enemy stole the power of Kuvaki. And that gave us the idea of stealing his power to turn it against him. When facing an enemy you have no hope of defeating, it's best not to engage them in battle. For this to work, we had to analyze his modes of attack, confirm who his main target was, and make sure that he wouldn't go beyond the range of the alchemical array. For added security, we prepared a total of 4 arrays. But to mitigate the alchemical array absorbed his abyssal power. Then Durin processed it to render it usable by Columbina. That power enabled her to do what would otherwise have been nigh on impossible.
What surprised me was that Dainsleif actually agreed to join us. Given his history with Reririom, he had every right to sit this one out.
It must have been a painful choice to make. But...
Absolutely. He was torn between 2 paths, but in the end, he made his choice and stuck to it resolutely. He doesn't strike me as the sort of person who'd stay trapped in limbo for long. Anyway, however you cut it, everyone gave a stellar performance. And now...
Теперь да, надо найти один. Чел напугали Флинсом, он сказал, а давай-ка выпьем. А нет, не испугался, а сказал, давай-ка выпьем. Ладно, разговор пошел. О, все начинается, а я молчу. Чё, я просто жду, когда они начнут разговор. О, все, начал.
How lovely
Я
to see you.
исчезаю.
I must thank you for the device you provided. It was an enormous help. Would I be right in thinking that it was developed?
Why come and ask me when you clearly know already?
I mostly came to thank you.
That's more like it. A little gratitude goes a long way with Lord Sangama Bay. Play your cards right, and you might even stand a chance of becoming my...
The chance to work with such a kind and charitable investor as yourself would be a great
Huh? Charitable? Who said anything about...
Let's see. The first plot of land you purchased in Nodcry, your desert interests, and...
Stop! What do you think you're doing? Exposing my investment history!
It's nothing to hide from. They're all perfectly legitimate investments. And some of the land you purchased was with the intent of building a sanctuary? Yes, I heard about that too.
How...
You're a curious case, Lord Sangama Bay. You don't like people finding out about your good deeds, do you? But I'm afraid no matter how hard you try to keep things under wraps, where there's a will, there's a way. You did it for Sumeru, didn't you?
It was empty land that was gonna go to waste otherwise. I figured if I built something there, it might at least get some use in an emergency. Disasters are capricious things. They strike without any warning. I've lost family to a disaster before, and I don't want to lose any friends or business partners if I can help it. My elder sister used to dream of finding a sanctuary. Somewhere with plenty of food, water, and medicine. Where everyone could live happy lives. It was something I looked into, but after discussing things with the Dendro Archon, I decided on a more effective strategy. The tech people handled the tech, and Moneybags provided the Mora. It just made the most sense.
It's a pity that so few people know the truth about you. Everyone says that you view everything in terms of Mora, and all you care about is growing your own wealth.
So, what's the problem with that? Everyone wants to be rich. It's human nature. So yes, I love Mora, and it's nothing to be ashamed of.
But surely you have dreams of your own beyond just making Mora.
You don't get it, do you? My dream is to invest in other people's dreams. And, you know, make a nice little slice for myself. Just thinking about it makes me happy. That sweet, sweet sound of...
Thank you.
For the device?
And the pendant.
Oh, that. I was just returning a favor. Don't worry about it.
Seems like we've both been away from home for a very long...
Yeah. So long that I barely remember what my family...
That would be your mother, father, and sister?
Yeah. Though it's been years since my sister passed away. It's not like I want to forget them, obviously, but memory can be even more ruthless than the most calculating business person. Beyond a certain point, if something isn't helping you, my sister can't help me now. Slowly but surely, her face is fading from my mind's eye.
Not everything will fade. When loved ones pass away, the beautiful memories are the ones that last the longest.
Yeah, that's true. If you ask me, that's the one silver lining in all of it.
Well, that, plus, I'm sure that life is much better now than it was back then.
Oh, absolutely. I have tons of mora, a big beautiful house, business is booming, and you've got a lot going for you too. Boss of the Curatorium of Secrets? I'm sure there's plenty of mora to be made in that line of work.
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
Небольшое предупреждение, часть разговора с нашей этой марионеткой из одной предвестницей не до конца сохранилась. Из-за этого под конец одного из разговоров, когда будете смотреть эти видео, закончится сразу же. Это второе предупреждение, то что при снятии видео часть видео не сохранилась. Но вы можете просто... О, начинается. А я жду вас.
That's the only reason you're here.
Yes. I've thought a lot about it. And I've realized that you, me, I think this is very important. So I felt I had to come and tell you.
Well, this is a new one.
I'm so moved.
I can't even hold my teacup. If that's all, you can leave now.
Do you not want to be friends with me? Or is it that you prefer being co-workers?
What is this, Columbina? Are you deliberately testing my patience threshold? Right now, my politeness module is active. But if you say another word, I swear I'll shut it down.
If your politeness module was active, wouldn't you say the word please at some point?
Polonia, please see Lady Columbina to the...
Will you still invite me to your next tea party?
What?
Yes, I think you will. Bye-bye, dear Sandrone.
Last time, the Wild Hunt escorted you out. Would you rather I handled it myself this time?
We just wanted to, see how you were...
Why? Out of concern for my safety? I hope you didn't seriously think that the Reririom of Silnari would be able to lay so much as a finger upon me.
Mostly because you kind of helped us out, so we just wanted to check you were okay. Looks like all your robots are fixed, huh?
Oh, don't you worry about that. Tea time is already a write-off. The visitor before you managed to kill my appetite. If you're in the mood for tea, go ahead and help yourself. Otherwise, it's going to waste. My coasters are still missing in action, though. Use this notebook instead.
Whoa! Pretty hefty notebook.
You can ignore those. They're just dumb scribblings. I doodle and write in my free time. Sometimes I remember the distant, dreamlike past. Sometimes I imagine the far-flung future. And other times, I grit my teeth and note down all the crazy nonsense going on in the present. Some people do the crosswords in the newspaper. This is my equivalent of that. Trying to predict the future is like daydreaming, and writing about the present just makes me furious. The past is my favorite. If nothing else, it's already set in stone, so I don't have to rack my brains trying to figure it all out. Huh. Although, having said that, the only vaguely interesting memory in my past is probably that guy they call Lord Artificer. Who else? Pretty much all the mecha in Fontaine are his personal handiwork.
Wait, are you saying you know him?
I mean, I guess we were friendly enough. Yep. In fact, I'm probably the only normal person left who knew him at all. We used to chat occasionally back when he was still around. Before he passed away, he asked me to destroy all his manuscripts. I honored his request, but I did read through everything first before destroying them. I mean, I couldn't let the genius of Lord Artificer Alain Guillotin disappear like that. Would have been
So... that's where the formulas...
I just told you. Those are my equivalent of crossword puzzles. They're just dumb formulas that I solve for fun when I'm bored. Alain's work was like epic poetry. The formulas in my notebook are just silly little riddles in comparison. Not that there's anything bad about them. I mean, at least, solving those riddles isn't going to hurt anyone. Except me, 'cause I lose a few... Anyway, while we're on... Alain Guillotin had two close buddies, Renee and Jacob. They spent their childhood years together in the Narzissenkreuz Institute. They were all quite competitive, so there was some rivalry between them. But it was a friendly rivalry. But beneath the friendship and the rivalry, unfortunately, childhood would end. The prophecy would come true. The apocalypse would arrive, and the future would never be. A mad dream that would normally only capture the minds of lunatics begin to take root in their hearts. And if Renee and Alain had been people of lesser wits, that dream would probably have ended up as something for them to joke about in their older years. But alas, they were some of the sharpest minds around. They nurtured that dream with the full power of their intellect, and it grew into something that ate away at their souls. The first of them to fall under its spell was Renee. Against Alain's wishes, he persisted in experimenting on a mutual friend of theirs to try and save their life. Alain did not approve and parted ways with... It's complicated. Alain wanted to believe that Renee only did what he did for the sake of their friendship. But when he told me about what happened, I could tell he still had some suspicions about Renee's motives. Perhaps the seed that would grow into a nightmare had already sprouted in Renee's mind. Even then, the next time they met, Renee's soul had been completely engulfed by the dream of salvation. His futile attempt to change the tide of fate only resulted in a wave that swallowed up the world, even before the apocalypse came. And although that wave died down eventually, I hear that it just recently came back with a vengeance. As I understand, Renee wanted to live out his dream of salvation but I'm told that the attempted resurgence finally died out for good. At long last, Renee awoke from his deluded dream. Though of course by then it was far too late. What do you think of Renee? Do you admire his transcendent genius, or do you despise him? Dismiss him as an evil man? Same difference, really. Just a matter of perspective. What a cop-out. But I don't like fanatics who give up their whole lives for their ideology. Nor do I like fools who let their delusions take control. Maybe I could understand if Renee had just been an ordinary person. But he had a sage-like intellect. And anyway, that's enough about Renee. Now, moving on to Alain Guillotin. He managed to put a stop to the first storm whipped up by Renee. But after that, Alain lost his friends and family.
To his credit, I suppose, the loss of his family and friends was purely a tragic accident. After that, the only thing supporting his work was the same dream that had dragged his closest friend down to the abyss. But although the desire to save Fontaine drove him to found the Fontaine Research Institute, Alain can...
Как я и говорил, часть видео не сохранилась, она оборвалась. И вот эта часть сохранилась. Пришлось. Так, вот, все. Мы депнулись сюда. Все. С вами я был, Роман и все такое. А это окончание видео и сюжета фазы лунного. Всем пока. Ну как пока? Или пока, или пока. Кто знает, это всего лишь начало или конец сюжета с Рериром. Ладно, никто не знает, ну ладно. Всем пока. С вами был я.